Why, hello and welcome to another episode of The Workshop with me, your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as Mechanic Critic, and with me is some more Bravery Network Online. In this episode, we're gonna go to the locker room and make a change. Make a definite change here. So, one thing that I've been noticing about this team is that the way I'm using K-Ban, or Kiban, or, however you want to pronounce this character's name, has been very, inefficient. So what's happening is I bring out K-Ban, and then they bring out their, what do you call this? They bring out their cleaner, right? They bring out their Liz, they bring out their Eric, or whatever, and then K-Ban, doesn't really do much. K-Ban can probably knock out the Eric, but then K-Ban gets left at 1 health, and then K-Ban doesn't really do anything. The point is that K-Ban's goal is to charge panel, right? Is to get me the battery that I need in order to do something. Problem? He's not really doing that. So I need somebody else to come in here and make me the battery I need while making tempo. The problem is that K-Ban is not making me tempo. All K-Ban's doing is hitting somebody for 50 damage, going down to 20 damage himself, which basically kills him. And then he swaps out into somebody else. So if that's the pattern that I'm looking for, why aren't I just running Yasmin? If I run ambidextrous Yasmin, I get to use 2 physical attacks. This is important because 2 physical attacks means that I generate 2 batteries if I just attack someone. So imagine if I ran a set that's something like Practice Stick, Poison Dagger, Longsword. Sorry, Poison Dagger, Longsword, and then this last one is Charge Panel. So if I bring Yasmin out, and then they're forced to swap into their K-Ban or, into their physical tank, Yasmin can charge panel, shoot off a bunch of poison daggers, and then die, right? It doesn't seem like such a bad idea. And then if they have a cleaner or a setter or something like that, say their Liz or their Tazu or something like that, Yasmin can just shoot off longswords and then make them pay for it. Obviously, we'll still run the fleeting pendant, fleeting locket. And I think we can run maximum everything. Screw defense. We're just going absolutely insane. Actually, if we put 8 points so that our defense becomes 28, we don't get one shot by some emotional attacks, which may be important. Something like this. But you know what? Let's try it a bit aggressive for now. Like this. I guess we want to make those batteries. Let's make that change. Hopefully this pays off. And we'll go into the queue and try it for 1 game at the very least. Try to do that and analyze. I'm trying to do more, less games and more analysis, because sometimes just grinding games so much just makes me frustrated, as in case it wasn't very clear when I was doing this and I was fighting against so many Liz's. Regardless, I'll see you when the queue is over. All right, we're against Nicodemus. It seems that we have very similar strategies, friend. Very similar strategies indeed. Okay, it's not much I can do here, so I think I'll charge panel. Okay, if you knock me out, that's fine. I just needed the charge panel to be done and over with. Do I want fashion advice? Do I expect Liz to come in? I think Liz is coming in, so I'm gonna go fashion advice. I need to make better reads with Cherry. In case it wasn't clear, this is a mirror match. We're both playing the same team. Different specific characters. Oh, interesting. Are they just gonna keep shooting off admirers like this? You've buffed my Cherry, though. Interesting. Do they have a cleaner? I could sub-story the K-Ban. No, I think pop-ups is more important. So is Liz finally coming in? No. Tidy? No, they're just gonna keep shooting off at Myers. Interesting. I need to get rid of their K-Ban, because K-Ban's the only character that Sayla can't reliably kill. So here's the question. I think we make a mess, and then if they shoot an admire on us, it's fine. Is Liz coming in? If Liz is coming in, that's also fine. Yeah, okay. Okay, fair, and we're just shooting topple hammers at Liz now. Maybe I should have made a mess. Yeah, I think I should have made a mess. That might have been a mistake. I believe they're... Oh, we're speed tying? I think I need to make a mess right now. Yeah, they're faster. Yeah, this was a mistake. I mistimed my own mess. This is unfortunate. I should have messed last turn instead of topple hammer, because it would have worked properly. But I misclicked, or rather, I wasn't thinking, and I just let it happen. So that was very bad of me personally. I think this is gonna be a rough team now, a rough match. I mean, I could have actually. Interesting that they didn't decide to D-wave me. I could have actually Flourish Handshook there. I'm making a bunch of misplays. If I Flourish Handshook, I could have brought out their Anora. And I could have done a lot of good stuff. Maybe that was actually the play. Okay, well, I have a big advantage right now because they don't have enough batteries for a parry. Which means I can break one of their batteries right now and make Liz super sad. I cannot kill Liz, but I can Flourish Snub and push Liz away, put in K-Ban. I think they also made a mistake. Yeah, I should have Flourish Handshook. That was actually pretty... Yeah. Oh, really bad of me. But it's okay. We have K-Ban now. K-Ban cannot be slower than me. My puzzle pendant exists. So the real question is, are they going to bring out Tazu? Always play towards the switch, the stay in, because if they switch and you lose, that's bad. So, yep, always play towards the stay in. Okay, I made some mistakes in this game. I should have definitely Flourish Handshook there to put in their K-Ban. Sorry, to put in their Anora with my Farron. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think by breaking their battery there, we are gonna win the late game. There's Sayla. I don't think I can kill Sayla, and if Sayla Flicker Gloves me, it's a bit unfortunate. I think I need to snub Sayla out. Right? Yeah, we need to snub Sayla out. And then next turn we bypass Claws. Oh, okay. Were they trying to round end or something? Okay, Tazu definitely does not outslow me, which means I'm faster, at least for this round. Flourish bypass clause. I think a flourish snub also works. Okay, now it's just Anara on Anara. Flourish bypass clause. I believe I'm slower, so I think I'll win. Yeah, their Anara has to be faster, right? Okay, I think I'll win this matchup then. Yeah, now they can't kill me. Yeah, you're not gonna parry my stuff. And you have less batteries, I have way more batteries. This is looking good. Their Sayla didn't flicker glove me, which is very telling about what kind of moves their Sayla is running. They seem to have the same spread as me. So next turn, whoever comes in, Sayla, yeah. I think we can kill with a parry hand cannon. So that's what we'll do. Nope, parry, hand cannon, let's go. That should kill Sayla. And I think we've won. Ooh, I like this. See, Yasmin did what K-Ban don't, right? Like, even if Yasmin died on that turn, I mean, absolutely fine. I believe they will be faster than me. So the real question is, do I get one shot? I think the answer is yes. So I need to bypass clause parry right now. Because I think I'll get D-waved or something. Heart to heart. Nope. Parry, heart to heart. Kill you. Cool, now it's just Tazu against, No, it's just Tazu against me. I don't think Tazu can one-shot me. So, I think a simple bypass... Yeah, a simple bypass into Sayla doing a longsword will kill them. Oh, lunch invite? Okay, yeah, definitely I've won. Because they're not gaining... So this is really what the snub is all about. Like, it looks like I didn't deal a lot of damage to them. What I actually did was Sag the entire enemy team so that they couldn't gain battery in the late game, so that they couldn't counter sweep my sweep. Like, that's really the important part here. Like, it's not just the chip damage that it does. Yeah, if that kills me, it's fine. See, now they don't have a parry, which means that Sayla can come in and then longsword and then absolutely Shrek them. And the janitor is here. Miss Janitor, please take care of the rest. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Tazu. Good game, Nicodemus. Good game. I think what won me that was that they didn't choose to just D-wave my Farron to kill Farron. If they had admired my... because they admired my Farron, it gave me a free switch into my Anara, which just swept them. I don't know why they didn't switch in their Anara. Maybe their Anara isn't running Puzzle Pendant, which means that their Anara can't... what do you call this? Their Anara can't outslow my Anara, which means that my Anara was faster. Maybe that was why. I'm not actually particularly sure, but hey, the team works. Sayla did her job. Sorry, Sayla did her job as janitor, and Yasmin did her job to create that one battery that I needed for that sweep. Farron was doing real work there. So if we do a little post-game analysis, right, which is something I'm trying to do more often rather than just round some games. Some lines of play that could have been way more optimal than what I did was on that turn where I firm handshook the Liz expecting to die, 100% should have firm handshake flourished to bring in their Anara so that I could kill their Anara and prevent their counter sweep. Other things to consider. No, Cherry did good work there. Honestly. Like, just the fashion advice on K-Ban and then the pop-ups, 10 out of 10. Like, super good. Like, even if these, so like, I think that's really cool about this team is that even if these two don't get like super value, if Yasmin just makes one battery and Cherry just breaks one item and does one pop-ups, I think they've already done their job. Because Sayla, Farron, and Anara are gonna pick up the slack afterwards. Farron, mwah, love you, legendary gamer dad. I think I did make a mistake where I topple hammered their Liz instead of just making a mess a second time in a row. Because if I just did that immediately, I would have been able to swap into Anara and then do more tempo immediately. So that was my mistake. Especially because D-Wave does not counter Make a Mess. Because Make a Mess is priority -1, which means that the D-Wave will actually go off before Make a Mess happens. So it doesn't get cleared by Make a Mess. I should have done that instead of doing a topple hammer. That was my bad. Trying to kill the Liz would have been a bad idea. But regardless, Farron did a good job there. Like the firm handshake on the Liz, and then we snubbed Liz out so that they didn't have any batteries, or rather we got rid of one of their batteries. And then, cool part is that we saw them try to counter sweep me. But because I made 3 of their party members sad with what's it called? Snub, we were able to make enough of them sad so that they weren't able to generate batteries near the end and parry me near the end. And Miss Janitor Sayla just came in and then long sworded their Tazu into oblivion. This is why I don't like Tazu on this team. It's because Tazu is not fast enough to do what this team wants to do. Because Tazu will come in, and then sure, she doesn't die, and sure, she can probably get 1 pop-ups off, but that's kind of the problem. She doesn't die. What makes Cherry so good is that when Cherry puts the pop-ups out, 1 or 2, depending on whether or not you're willing to gloam it, she dies. Which means you can instantly swap into a good matchup for your team. We don't need the setter to survive. The setter just needs to set, die, and then become or tag in another fighter who actually makes use of the setup. The problem with Tazu is you set up and then you have to spend a turn switching. And that's really why I don't think Tazu fits on this kind of team. Because what we want is Cherry to come out, do some disruption, put pop-ups up, sob story or whatever, then die, so that you can swap into somebody who actually takes advantage of the pop-ups. Like, say, Yasmin can deal damage and possibly kill some people, Sayla can deal damage and possibly kill some people, or we bring out Farron so that we can make a mess, put out Anara, and then Anara comes in and kills some people. Regardless, what do you think of the team? I think the team is pretty good. It performs really well. Do you have any comments, questions, or suggestions? Put them in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!